Hey everyone, it's Fantayzia. So we have another inZOI news video today. There is an October known issues post listing all the issues that they are aware of with inZOI and working towards fixing. So as always, you can also comment down below any issues you're having with inZOI. I'm also even able to let them know directly. So if there's anything that is really interfering with your gameplay, you can totally comment it down below and hopefully it'll be resolved soon. But over on Steam, there's this update here that says inZOI known issues, October known issues. And basically you can just click here and it'll bring you over to the whole article. Okay, so here it is here. It's laid out very nice. If you guys are not on the inZOI forums, I definitely recommend going over. There's lots to look at here, different topics, and then of course bug reports, Q&As, all of that fun stuff. So it says here, hi creators, to provide a better gameplay experience, the inZOI team has continuously identified and addressed various issues throughout the development process. And then of course below, they have a list of issues that they're currently aware of and actively working to resolve. And then it does also link the bug reports page and the technical help page if you want to report other things. But let's go ahead and get into the gameplay stuff. So anything with gameplay that is being, worked on actively makes me very happy because gameplay is my main thing with inZOI. I love it. Of course, CreativeZOI and building is also amazing, but I spend the most time with gameplay. You can also see there is new besides some of these. So these are things they're newly aware of and working on, whereas other things may have been in the works for a little bit. So the donuts from Meow Store are not properly removing emotions as intended. The serve interaction does not appear in Chihaya. inZOI may be assigned as the CEO of Atom Entertainment. The donate option does not appear on ATMs, preventing completion of the contribute to community aspiration. Zoi's not in your household may show up at your home unexpectedly. I think this happened to me and I was like, what the heck? Are we playing The Sims right now? Because in The Sims, that it's just like iconic for that to happen. Random Sims just coming into your home. And then I think that happened to me in inZOI, and for me it was just funny. But of course, something that does need to be fixed. Oh, I think I also had this one happen to me where fish are floating in the air. Let me know if you guys have had that. When attempting to store food in the cold tank refrigerator and you cannot use this, error message may appear and the food cannot be stored. Oh my goodness, you guys. The interaction with infants was incorrectly labeled as shake it. This was another thing where, of course, I would assume it's just something that was not translated well, because of course everything with inZOI had to be translated over. And so I was just like, oh my goodness, bad translation that needs to be fixed. Of course, this would make more sense if it said like rock the baby, not shake the baby. Or bounce the baby would also make a lot more sense. So I'm sure it's going to be changed to either bounce or rock. I would think maybe bounce based on the interaction that this is tied to. Yeah, so it does say here, due to the increasing volume of content, translation quality may be inconsistent in certain languages. So they are working to improve that. And then Zois with high fishing levels may experience an unusually high failure rate when attempting boat fishing. When loading a save file on a property with 3D objects, decorative items placed on tables may appear flipped upside down. Certain statues cannot be placed on apartment. When performing fish 5 times in a row, all attempts after the first one fail. When a male Zoe rides on the back seat of a scooter, the animation may appear incorrect. I actually haven't tried 2 Zois on a scooter yet. Let me know if you have. I need to do that. The needs of retail shop NPCs or NPC serving life sentences may not be fulfilled. Oh my goodness, you guys. So this is something where the error only occurs in save files created before September 3rd because there was a hotfix. So it does not occur in save files created after the hotfix. Okay, I was experiencing this. Specifically with that 24-hour store, the NPC working there was miserable. So I'm glad that that's something that will be fixed. So Zoi's being unable to move between floors using certain staircases. When Zois are sleeping, eyeballs may appear through closed eyelids or eyelashes may appear detached. Okay, that's super creepy. Glad that's being worked on. Then we have after visiting the Chihaya spa, a Zoi may remain in a robe even after returning home. So before we go any further, I'm not having that issue, but an issue that I am having is my Zois keep wanting to change into their underwear. But only my 2 adult Zois. and it's only in one save, and I don't know why. If anyone knows, please let me know. I still haven't found a fix to it. I thought it was initially caused by a mod. I chucked my mods and it's still happening, and it's literally just the 2 parents in my save. Any other age group and any other ZOIs, they're totally fine. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's like I have to keep on putting them back into their everyday clothes. So after being released from prison in Chihaya, ZOIs may remain stuck and unable to leave. The remaining freshness time is not displayed for fish items. Rotten fish can still be placed in aquariums. And then when cooking a large tomato, ingredients are consumed, but cooking does not proceed. If a ZOI gets into a traffic accident involving a motorcycle, the other driver's outfit may suddenly change. The skip button does not appear during the childbirth cutscene. And then this last one here is for Chihaya. So there is 2 lots where objects are placed on the decks and they become unselectable. So then going into build mode, there's an issue they're working on with the roofs. I've actually never had this, but I guess roofs are failing to disappear in build mode or during gameplay. This appears to also be a new one. And then after rotating furniture mods in build mode, the rotation resets when loading a save file. And then the floor up/down buttons intermittently do not work after placing a property preset. When moving a wall placed on the 2nd floor or above, the preview appears higher than intended, preventing proper placement. When deleting an entire room in build mode, furniture is sent to the inventory instead of being sold, and then light leaks through building walls. The reset property function does not allow restoration to the last saved property. This feature is temporarily disabled for game stability. Okay. And then this one is Mac only. When deleting the entire property in Build Studio, the floor flickers. So actually, the whole Mac thing, I want to know if you guys are now playing on Mac, because I know some of you guys were in my comments before it released for Mac, just like so excited for it to release. And yeah, I'm curious if you've been playing, how it's been running, and all of that. So next we have some things with the mod kit. Certain body region values cannot be used in outfit mode, and when using the resource import tool in the content browser, assets may be imported into a folder that was not right-clicked. Honestly, don't know what any of this is because I don't do that. But next we have things with the UI. After moving the needs UI and loading a save file, the pop-up opens in a different position. Oh, I believe I've had this happen to me, so I'm looking forward to that being fixed. When multiple reward pop-ups appear at the same time, they may overlap, and some dialogue icons in the conflict category are missing in romantic relationships. So then as far as other issues go, frame drops may occur in the lobby after closing the in-game mod browser. Oh, this has also happened to me. Let me know, you guys, especially when I kept adding mods to my game, I noticed that actually the lobby in the game was so beyond laggy. But once I went ahead and I just did a fresh reinstall, that was just like the easiest way to me to just get my game back fresh and nice. I do that a lot, like with any game. I love a fresh install of a game, like even Sims, as long as I back up my saves, of course. But yeah, then all of a sudden my lobby was like so fast and normal again. So I'm curious if anyone else has experienced that. So if you meet these system requirements, but you still see the insufficient video memory error when launching the game, it may be caused by accumulated data, such as web cache, mods, or Canvas download files. And then it does let you know how to fix it here. So yeah, I will have this link down below. We also have previous known issues. I think these are things that are still being worked on, because I don't know though, because it says current known issues, but then it says previous. So I'm like, have these things been fixed? I'm not sure. So I'm not going to go through every single one of these previous known issues, but there's things like the in-game family tree editing may not be edited temporarily. Motions such as holding the baby may sometimes appear awkward or overlap unnaturally, affecting the parenting experience. Clipping with certain outfits, and then a whole bunch of things in build mode. I like seeing things like this personally. I like knowing what's going on with the game, what's being worked on. You guys, we are getting a new update in October. So this month, I can't believe we're already in October. Like, it still feels like September. But yeah, we are getting another update this month. I believe it's also the first round of multitasking that they're releasing. And then I think we're supposed to also get like actual Halloween themed items, but I believe it was said that it may not be like a ton of stuff because they have limited time for things like holiday type of items. And of course they have so many other things they're working on and prioritizing, because as you guys may know, their main focus now is just making the game what we want it to be, fixing issues and updating the core of the game, you know, like multitasking, just making it feel like a complete life sim, you know. Their focus is now shifted away from DLC because they've already released Chihaya, and that DLC was already, you know, planned since before release, you know? Like we could always see the Chihaya world was coming soon. It just used to be called something else. And then they renamed the world to Chihaya. So like in my head, it almost feels like it's something that was meant to be in the base game. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you think about these things. And if any of the issues listed are issues you're having, hopefully you're happy to know that they are being worked on and they are aware. So yeah, you guys can also expect a lot more inZOI videos this coming week. I honestly really want to post inZOI like every day of this week. I don't know if that'll happen, but basically just get ready for some more inZOI videos this week. I have been missing just posting tons of inZOI videos. You guys know there was the recent release with the Sims 4 Adventure Awaits. So usually when that happens, it's just like I'm so busy doing things with that. And so kind of like when the inZOI Chihaya update happened, that's kind of all I was doing. But now I feel like there's some downtime where I can just play whatever I feel like playing. And I really want to record some inZOI more often for you guys. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Of course, I have my family Let's Play and all of that, but if there's anything else you'd like to see, definitely let me know. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye, guys.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm